Warning: if the topic of psychological manipulation and emotional enslavement of women offends you, I want you to stop watching this video. And if you want to continue, you must agree never to use this knowledge to hurt women. Deal? Great. Let's start. Here's something very important that I'd like to point out. The method that I am going to suggest here may not be suitable for everybody. In fact, it can be overkill in most cases. Before you continue, this is what you need to know. If you're having trivial problems in your marriage, there's absolutely no need to resort to the kind of technique that I am going to show you in this short video. You'll understand exactly why as you learn this technique below. Anyhow, just keep an open mind and see what I've got to share with you. And if you decide to use this technique, you must promise to do so at your own risk. We simply cannot be responsible in any way for the actions that you choose to take from learning this technique. But before we start, help me by clicking like because you're one cool guy and you want to encourage me to produce more of these videos for you. Done that? Great. Now let's start. First of all, understand this. If you're having problems in your marriage, you're not alone. Marriage problems are more like the norm these days. You'll be hard-pressed to find a married couple which is completely devoid of conflict. The good news is that because these problems are so common that there are already tried and tested solutions to them which you can easily use in your own situation. What I am about to share with you is somewhat unconventional, and indeed, it is a little risky. The exciting thing is that we've tested this technique over and over and over again among the members in our private client group, and it never failed to give us the results that we wanted. It's really that powerful. Of course, your own results may vary, but pay attention and hear me out so that you can see if you can make it work in your situation. Alright? Here we go. In order to regain control of your marriage and make your wife listen and obey you again, you've got to use this mind control technique called faux breakup on her. As its name implies, you'll fake a breakup threat until she behaves again. Like I said, this can be risky, but if you follow these steps closely, then you'll do fine. Step number 1. Go cold. The first step is to slowly turn cold against her. Don't talk to her unless she talks to you first. And when she asks you about anything, reply with a one-word answer, or occasionally ignore her completely. At all times, be as nonchalant as possible. And if she asks you if anything is wrong, just say nothing. Don't elaborate even though it makes her and you uncomfortable. If you do this correctly, she will first be pissed off, and then become concerned, and finally be driven completely nuts by your nonchalance. You're not done, of course. I want you to twist the knife by going away from her and then text her, "I want to take some time off." It's important that you text instead of calling her. Upon seeing your text, expect her to try to call you frantically. Don't be surprised if she goes completely nuts. She will want to see you to talk things over and sort things out. For some reason, women like to talk shit out over everything. Ignore her completely. Trust me on this. Switch off your phone if necessary. Step number 2. Bait her. In 24 hours from the time you sent her the time off text, send her another, "Okay, let's meet." It's important to do this in 24 hours and not earlier because you want her anger and confusion to turn to sheer desperation. It takes a woman one full day to turn from angry to desperate for some reason. When she becomes desperate, you'll reach the turning point in your marriage where you'll be the one who is going to be the dominant partner. So when you start receiving texts from her begging to see you, then you know that you're at the verge of winning the game. So here's what you need to do next. Arrange a meeting at home where both of you can be on your own together. This is important because you'll use a mind control technique on her that will seal the deal for you and turn her into a docile little kitten forever. Step number 3. Seal the deal with the F technique. When you see her, chances are that she will throw her into your arms and beg for you to stay. I must warn you not to fall into this trap because once you give in, you'll never gain control in your marriage. Don't make that mistake. Instead, take the third and final step to seal the deal by using fractionation on her. If you're familiar with mind control seduction techniques, then you should already know how powerful fractionation is to make a woman completely subservient to you. But if you're not, then just know that with fractionation, you'll be able to access a woman's mental and psychological vulnerabilities so that she becomes emotionally enslaved to you for life. Here's how fractionation works in 3 simple steps. Step 1. You make her feel happy by making her recall a past experience that made her feel happy. Step 2. Similarly, you make her feel sad by making her recall a past experience that made her feel sad. Step 3. Repeat the cycle. What you're going to do is make her go through an emotional roller coaster by getting her to feel both happiness and sadness repeatedly. This causes her emotions to be confused, making her vulnerable to suggestions that you make that will be accepted by her subconscious mind without question. Once she is vulnerable, you will then get her to be emotionally addicted to you so that she will need you to survive like she needs air to breathe. When that happens, you will be putting her under your control and dominance for as long as you want. Of course, fractionation is more than what I've just described to you. For a free resource on how to use fractionation and other mind control attraction techniques to make a woman subservient to you forever, click on the link in the video description below or inside the screen at the end of this video. Good luck!